Hey there, guys. Hey, this is Ted Wilson Jr. coming to you today from downtown New York City in Times Square. How about that? Hey, just soaking up all the sights and sounds here in Times Square. I'm probably at the most busiest corner of the United States of America. I'm at West 45th and 7th Avenue right here in the middle of Times Square. It is thousands and thousands and thousands of people out here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. We got all the signs and all the stuff that you see on TV. This is my 4th or 5th time in Times Square. I love it down here today. You know what? It's funny, guys. I'm down here today in Times Square, and I want to talk to you about is your time. Time is a precious gift that comes from God, and it's up to us what we do with time. Now, you know, it's really funny about my message today. My message today comes from the guy right over there on the sign, and I'm gonna give him a lot of credit for this. Let me zoom in. See Mr. Steve Harvey over there? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, my message today comes a lot from Steve Harvey. And I specifically, now you know what? We at UBI, you know what we do? We hire anybody. We don't care, we don't discriminate. We don't care if you're black, white, green, purple, if you're 100 years old or if you're 18 years old. If you got an insurance license and you want to pursue a career with us, we may hire you. But I want to talk to you specifically today, people in your 20s and in your 30s and people in your early 40s. Guys, I'm in Times Square, and you know, time never stops. It's something that God made. We can't really explain it, but time continues and keeps going on and on. Now, I'm not going to preach to you today, but I believe this in my heart. I'm Ted Wilson. I'm only going to get one shot at this life. I don't believe in reincarnation. And if there is a reincarnation, if I come back as a dog or if I come back as a butterfly, I'm still not going to have this one life that I'm going to have here today as Ted Wilson. Now, hopefully, I'm going to be given and spared a lot of time on this planet Earth. Now, when I say I want a lot of time, I want a lot of time to accomplish and do things. Now, let me tell you, folks, listen to me. Folks, you're out there in your 20s and you're in your 30s. Stop wasting time. Stop wasting your life. You know, I wasted my 20s. Now, this is coming from me, and it's coming, you know, you look up Steve Harvey, some of his videos. You folks out there in your 20s and you young hustlers out there, stop wasting your potential. Stop wasting your 20s. Stop wasting your life in the club. Stop chasing the women. Stop chasing the men. Stop having parties. Stop waking up drunk every night on the weekends and all that kind of stuff. Stop wasting your 20s. You know why? The 20s is just the start of the prime of your life. And what you do now in your 20s is going to determine where you're at in your 30s. Stop wasting your life with this nonsense and foolishness. You know, I saw a study the other day. It said that more women are waiting to have children in their 30s, and I love it. Ladies, I love it. I'm behind you 100%. Why should you load yourself down with having a bunch of babies in your 20s when you want to have a career just like a man? Stop having these babies. Stop having all this stuff. And what I'm telling you is this. If you want to start a family in your early 20s, that's fine. But if you don't do it. If you want to pursue a career, there's nothing in this world that says that you got to start having a family in your early 20s. Guys, it's the same way. Hey, you can get married, but you don't have to start a family right now. Because what I'm saying is, you want to get your priorities in your life straight about your business to get your money right. And that's what this whole thing is about, getting your money right. If you're a young hustler, if you're a young entrepreneur out there, don't waste your 20s. You know why? Believe me, I know. If you waste your 20s, one day, if Lord lets you, you're going to wake up and you're going to be 30. And then you're going to be 35. And then you're going to be in your 30s and you're going to be behind on your financial game. You're going to be behind and you're going to be in your 30s and you're going to be just like coming out, okay, I'm just coming out of the club. I'm just coming out of chasing all these women. I'm just coming out of having all these boyfriends, doing the whole dating thing. And now you're in your 30s and you're going to look around and you're going to be like, what have I accomplished? You're going to be behind the game, especially if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, okay? You want to not waste your 20s. When you get in your 30s, and if you want to be an entrepreneur, ladies and gentlemen, it is seriously time for you to buckle down in your early 30s. Don't waste your 30s on this foolishness. Don't waste your 30s on bad relationships. Don't waste your 30s on chasing all these pipe dreams and everything I hear. Find yourself a good company. Find yourself good people who did you know want to invest in taking your life to the next level. Grind, and then you don't quit, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? Because that clock, that time, like we're in Times Square, time is ticking against you and me. You know, I just only been talking to you for maybe 3 to 4 to 5 minutes, but guess what? That's 3 to 4 to 5 minutes that your life is shorter, that my life is shorter. What have we done in that time frame? Now, here's what happens. Here's what I've seen in the insurance business over and over and over. We waste our 20s. We waste our 30s. Then you're gonna wake up one day, you're gonna be in your 40s. And then it's like, uh-oh, you're gonna be in my 40s and you're gonna be confused, you're gonna become frustrated, you don't have a solid foundation. You know, I got an email today from a young lady. She's all excited, wants to join the company. She's like, oh my God, I heard you got a couple of exotic cars, and somebody told me, you got exotic cars and you got all this stuff. Well, you know what? I didn't get that kind of stuff yesterday. That stuff I got because of what I started to do in my 30s. Now, like I said, I wasted my 20s. I wish I'd have listened to my dad a little bit sooner and got into the insurance business and not played around with it. But I started being serious when I was about 32 or 33. And I'm reaping the rewards of, in my 40s now, of the grind that I started when I was in my early 30s. That's how this thing works, ladies and gentlemen. That's how the insurance business works. That's how any entrepreneurial business works. Is when you start grinding, you don't become successful overnight and say, I'm gonna get all this stuff in 1 year or whatever. No, it takes a grind. It takes a consistent effort. So I'm asking you, for you young hustlers out there, for you people that are in your 20s and in your 30s and in your early 40s, if you want a sincere opportunity, you need to call me, Ted Wilson Jr. You need to get with some of my hiring managers. I've got hiring managers up and down the East Coast willing to work with you. For now, you're gonna look up one day, you're gonna be in your 40s, and then guess what? You're gonna look up one day and you're gonna be in your 50s. Then it's gonna be critical. And what am I saying? I'm not saying people in their 50s can't be successful. But the older you get, you have less margin for error, and you have less time, and you have less margin for error. So I want to say to you guys out here, hey, life is beautiful. Life is great. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not saying don't enjoy your life. I'm out here enjoying my life only because what I started to do, you know, people see me making these videos and say, oh, he just got like that. No, that's a bunch of bull. What it is, I started to grind, I started to put in, I didn't quit. I started to grind and I started to put in. I didn't worry about my daddy's money. I don't want to live off my daddy's money. Forget all that stuff, man. I want my own stuff, and I started my own grind. You can do the same thing. But I wish I had started when I was 23. So that's what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, don't waste your 20s, don't waste your 30s on all that stuff that does not matter. If you have an entrepreneurial spirit, don't waste your 20s and 30s. The things that you do now as a young entrepreneur in your 20s and 30s, and the things that you do now in your 20s and 30s at UBI will determine where you're at in your 40s and 50s. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, America, hey, we the richest country in the world. Look at all these people out here. All these people out here, they're buying some kind of product or service. But you know, people don't care. The grind and the hustle is on you. And I can tell you, if you waste your 20s, you waste your 30s, you're shortening your time, and you're shortening your time for limited mistakes. So what I'm telling you is this. Hey, if you don't hustle and grind now, you're going to have to hustle and grind when you're in your 50s, when you're in your 60s, and when you're in your 70s. And it's sad to see people that's 55, 60, 70 years old. They've never owned a home. They don't own a car. They don't own a house. That kind of stuff is sad, but it's determined by what we do in our 20s, 30s, and 40s. What I'm saying to you is this. You want to get your priorities straight in life. If you are a serious young hustler, and if you want to be a young entrepreneur, and if you want to be successful, you got to get your priorities straight in life, and you can't waste time. Time is precious. Time is money. Time is precious. And we don't know how long we're going to be here. So, as time goes along, you want to take advantage of time, and I have time to take advantage of you. Get your priorities straight. Don't waste your 20s and 30s on stuff and on people who are not going to be there. See a vision for yourself where you want to be in your 40s and 50s, and then you work toward that vision and you'll be successful. And if you do have an entrepreneurial spirit, you need to get with me, Ted Wilson Jr. I'm at 866-611-3945. You can look me up at tedwilsonjrgroup.com. You can look us up at Universal Benefits. We're one of the biggest final expense regional agencies throughout the country. We got a ton of 6-figure earners and 7-figure earners who can show you and direct you in the right way. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I'm up here in New York today enjoying all this. I got a boat cruise tonight with several of our top producers and our top agents. If you want an opportunity, and if you are one of those young hustlers out there, you really need to get in touch with me. Hey guys, I hope you have a great weekend. God bless you and your families. Hey, enjoy this thing that we call life, but remember there is a grind to it. And I hope you guys have an awesome weekend like me. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.